What's good, team? Your boy J3 is back in the building, and I got a special guest for y'all today. Put your hands together for my boy, Ronin Joe Genji.
What's up?
What's up, G?
Chillin', man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, thanks for coming, man.
Good to be here.
Man, you know you gotta do this review with me, bro.
Flashbacks right now. It's like 2.0 up in here now. It's dope.
Hey, bro, the back cave is still here,
Yep.
man.
It's
you know
improved.
you always welcome. You always welcome.
Appreciate
bro.
it.
So we've been talking about this movie
For like about a year or so now. Yeah.
and we finally got a chance to take a look at this today.
Finally, man.
If you guys don't know, now you know. Today we will be reviewing Triple Threat.
Triple Threat, y'all. This film is directed by Jesse V. Johnson. All-star international action-based cast. So this is pretty exciting for me. You guys know that I was hyped for this. And you know J3 was hyped for this. We saw that Comic-Con trailer back in 2017. And we've been waiting, checking notifications, see the stuff drop. And we here today, man. So
I'm so excited.
shout out to that.
Well, let's go and give them what they want to see, man. Let's give them this epic review.
That's right.
First impression, bro. Going in the theater watching this movie, what was your first impression, dog?
Bro, first impressions, it was just good to see men whooping ass, guns laying waste and fighting in hand-to-hand combat,
Tight.
fisticuffs. That was happy for
Tight.
me because that's the stuff I grew up on.
Hello.
And just seeing that again was like refreshing. You know, you can leave all that other stuff at the door, but to see men being men, whooping ass, like just being testosterone and muscle on the screen.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
I was happy. Like,
Yeah.
damn, we getting it in, okay.
Yeah.
And it was like that first moment where I was like, wait, this is not a Marvel and DC movie. This is a action movie.
Yeah.
So I love that. And I'm always have respect for that. Because that was the beginning of all of that stuff.
For sure. Word is bond, man. My first impression is very similar to yours. I'm tripping out. You said men. You got a chance to see men. And I feel you on that, man, because keep it 100 with you guys. We've gotten ourselves lost in comic book movies and pretend action heroes.
Yeah.
Not to disrespect any actors or anything. You get in where you fit in, but we haven't really got a chance to get that, that Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, you know what I'm saying? We haven't really got that in a long time, Chow Yun Fat, and seeing this movie, seeing all these epic, and I use that word, epic, martial art artists, because they do their own stunts.
Yeah.
They act in their own films. They are stuntmen for other big-time actors.
Yeah.
And they still can get the job done. It's a small community, and they all get along.
Yep.
Which is very dope.
Facts, man.
And going in, watching this, seeing them and seeing the age when I grew up with a lot of these action heroes or action stars. I grew up with them. So seeing it was really a breath of fresh air, seeing different type of martial art fights go head up with each other. And
Yeah, that was exciting.
See how it comes out and who's faster, who's stronger, how's it gonna play out. I thought it was really cool. First impression was dope, man, watching this movie going in. And with my boys, man, and it was really fun. And, I gotta do this. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Corey and his wife, Casey, for coming out.
Yeah.
And watching the movie with your boys, the Just Us League, my boy
great.
Jody.
Shout out to you both.
Sadler Ward, C. Smith,
Yeah.
A-Rock, my boy Ronin Joe Genji,
You know it.
and me. We all had a chance to sit there and watch
I
Triple
was
Threat
shocked
together.
the league was coming to see this. I thought it was just going to be like a J. Jody Sad thing. I was like, we all here? Okay.
We were there, bro.
Welcome to my world. It's dope.
And that was tight,
Yeah,
man.
that was great.
That was tight, man. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. But first impression was really dope, man, seeing this movie. Let's get into the story, and let's get into the script. Story, man.
So basically, crime syndicate puts a hit out on a rich president's daughter because she's got this valuable asset in this corporation she's trying to run. So she is kind of basically a threat to, I guess, the extortions that they were taking care of. So the job is basically to kill her, and then you got another mercenary squad that's trying to protect her. And then, action comes along the way, man. That's pretty much, it's simple. It's very simple. And you got two teams. Mercenary, one team is trying to figure out why the other team is there, and this other team is just infiltrating. They're just mercenaries hired to do the job, and they get paid.
Tight.
That's it, man. And then the rest is just full on adventure.
All right, for the story base, man, what was your take on it? What you think about the story? As a viewer, a critic, what you think about the story, bro?
Story as a viewer, man, I thought it explained itself where it needed to, and then it was just really about seeing the transitions of these characters coming together, and then seeing how they were going to clash, because that's the thing I was worried about. And I start creating stuff in my head, like, you know, what would happen if, like, Iko just kicked this cup out of Jet Li's hand or something? You know what I'm saying? What's he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just gotta create ideas, like, cause you know they're gonna match up.
Yeah.
But I thought,
I heard you said Jet Li.
Yeah.
You wanted him in this movie badly.
Yeah. Exactly. But you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, Scott Adkins going against Michael Jai White, but them being on teams, I thought that was kind of interesting, because I thought the trailers made it look like they were going to be rivals. But yeah, the story was fine. I expected it to be have a little bit of narrative, but I'm okay that it didn't, because, you know, I wasn't really here for that. But I even said before the movie even started, I said, if they do give us some type of complex story, I will be shocked, because I've seen areas where they tried to infiltrate story like that, and it could have been done. Yeah. But I think they understood why the audience was here. And like I said, they gave a little meat here where it needed to be, and a little potatoes over here. But kind of watching it now, like, I really didn't need it. But I'm kind of glad they gave us a little something, because otherwise, you know, they would just be paper thin characters. And again, I'm here to see them fight and to take people out, and I got that. So story was simple, and it was really left out the window. So that's how I felt about the story. I mean, it was okay.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I thought the story fit well for these actors.
Yeah.
I thought the story revolved around the actors for the most potential. It's the type of movie that these actors can actually show their true traits.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we get these martial art films and they give too much dialogue.
Right.
And then you have Tony Jaa and Iko trying to talk. It's like, oh, niggas stop. You know what I mean? It just kind of throws it off. So I thought the story was really good. It was simple. It's a simple movie which gives us that action perspective that we want to see. It gives us the action hero. Yeah. It gives us that because the story doesn't take away from that. The story could have been really complex, you know what I mean, talking dramatic and everything like that, but it really just showed the story gave the action actors the screen time they need. The story works. Yeah. I like the story because it works for the actors. You know what I mean? This is no other. You couldn't give them a full dialogue type of story. Oh man, you know the syndicate comes and then they have to be undercover cops and then they have to do this and it comes in here.
It'd be too much for them.
It's too much.
It takes away from the momentum of
exactly.
the film. Yeah.
So I thought the story really worked.
Gotcha.
I thought the story really freaking worked. Script. What you think about the script, bro?
I thought the script worked in certain characters' favors. I'm gonna really go ahead and say it right now. Had the movie had just been focused on Tiger Chen and Iko, I think it would have been more story driven because they were the two that had the most to lose and a lot to gain.
Oh yes.
And from the get go, I enjoyed that journey because Tiger Chen had always been that kind of character that was behind the scenes. But then you start to slowly see him in other movies and what they did with him here. This was the second movie in his career where he was a leading guy next to Iko. And I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. You know, this guy's coming off the raid. This guy's coming off a Man of Tai Chi. I see what they're doing. It's like, let's put these two together and let's double dragon it up. Give them some spotlight because
what you say?
Double dragon. Yeah. You saw what I did there? Yeah.
That could work.
Give them some spotlight because they're hot right now.
Why'd you do that? My nigga Scott Adkins, my nigga Double Dragon.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, they from the acting point, I understood why they focused on those two. Yeah. Because those guys are hot right now. And just seeing them together, it was like a brotherly connection, even when they were on opposite sides, how they came together and how they both understood each other because they both lost something. I was like, okay, I can get behind this because most action martial arts based movies, you know, always have those type of characters where there's a redemption factor, there's some type of revenge, or you want payback. You know, you got to have those traits in there so you can get behind your hero. So I love that. And we saw what they lost. And we saw how they were betrayed. We want them to get these fools. And we know that they're capable of it. So that was an exciting little subplot with those two characters. So for me, I felt like those two were my favorite leads. I thought the bad guys were cool. I just felt like they didn't have enough to do. But I liked their portrayal of what they were given because they were, like you said, simple. It was about the mission for them. But for Iko and Tiger, they were carrying the movie. And they had something to gain and they had something to lose. But they also had something that was valuable to win for. So it was honor for them, and they were helping the ambassador survive and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool.
I must say this.
It was almost like two different movies. It was really almost
it was almost like two different movies because you had two different styles of it.
Yeah.
I thought the script. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought the script was mild. It was simple. It wasn't, fantastic. It wasn't phenomenal, and it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It has its moments of up and down because that's when they were trying to give us more depth with Tony Jaa's character and Tiger Chen's character, and I thought that those parts were okay, with the Chinese billionaire girl and stuff. That was okay.
Yeah.
Shadow from Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She's gorgeous. That was cool, but I thought the script really worked in favor of the type of actors they are. Man,
yeah.
I remember seeing Aiko in something, and I'm like, stop giving him that much dialogue, my nigga. Like, his English ain't that good, bro. Like, you making it look bad.
Right.
Like, he's trying to talk, and it's like it ain't falling through for me. You know what I mean? So it really worked. One thing I liked about the script, though, I like the fact that the script allowed you to have all these action heroes, and you decide who the hell you liked.
Yeah.
Nobody really
was like trading cards.
Yeah, nobody was really like. No one really was in a scene. Like, everybody had shine.
For sure. Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about the director on that, but
yeah.
through the script, these actors all had their own time.
Yep.
You had a certain style with Michael J. White with guns and body and muscle.
Yep.
Then you had Scott Adkins with hands-on knife, you know what I mean, and potential guns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and then Tony Jaa, elbows, bro. And you had Tiger with the Tiger looked like Rock Lee off of Naruto and shit. So I call him Rock Lee in there. But
Tiger, man, when he got into his mode, I didn't mean to cut you off because you opened.
Yes, you did. Because you want to go. Go ahead, do your thing, man.
You opened up the door, bro. You did, man, with the Tiger and them, just the different styles and the different effects of the fighting, which I thought was really great because it almost played out like a video game in a sense. Who's your favorite character? What's his background? We know his background. Where's he come from? What kind of styles he gonna come in? And that was the excitement seeing the clash of different styles of arts. I really like how they brought the Muay Thai in with Iko Silat, Tiger Chen coming in with the old school into the modern with the Wushu and the Wing Chun. I thought that was tight, man, because he brought like this flavor. Like, it was an honor when he was fighting. You can feel it in the demeanor in his face when he got into fight mode. He was like, okay, what's up? You think because you're in this position that you have the upper hand on me? And he just came in with just that suaveness, like, I can go with you too. I've been to war too. I've done that. I don't have nothing to prove, but you want to get in my way, try to stop me, good luck. So he was just so honorable.
Yeah.
And I had such respect for that because he looked good doing it. He had this Asian swag, kind of like Bruce, man, but just modern day.
Yeah.
And you saw how he was with the girl, the ambassador. She liked him and things like that. It's just like he had this sense of ownership, and with Iko being in his corner, man, it was like this brotherhood. Like, hey, we got to do this, or else we're not going to survive it. So I love what he brought though. He was tight.
It was the script also made certain scenes very believable, and it made certain scenes like, stop it. You know what I mean? And I get it, it's a movie. Yeah, I get it's a movie. Yeah. But for the most part, it really did its part as far as breaking down these fight scenes with these actors. Fight scenes that we've never seen before. Fight scenes that we've been asking for. And I want to see them, and I want to see them add in some more. Like I've been saying, and I'll say it again, man. We need an expandable, and we need one with Asian version, and we need one American version, and we need one European version. Because you have actors like Scott Adkins. I want to see Scott Adkins team up with what's old boy name in the Hobbs and Shaw
Statham.
Jason Statham.
That'd be dope.
I want to see these two go head up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I want to see, Tony Jaa.
He said Asian Expendables, y'all. So we still got China for that. There's a whole.
You know what I mean? You got the Gung Fu idea. You can do American Expendables and add in Keanu Reeves in that bitch now. You see what I'm saying? Like but I don't want to take away from this, but this is the type of thing, because you guys got to realize when you have a script created for these type of actors, it really makes you feel like we used to feel when we were kids. This was our superhero stuff back then. Yeah. And it really did its job bringing that to life. I really enjoy seeing them fight. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I get what you, man. It showed us a manly side of it, man. It didn't show us niggas didn't have powers.
Yeah.
It wasn't over exaggerated.
It was just strength. Do or die.
Yeah, you know.
Combat.
It was combat. Like, I'll talk about my pros and cons, but for the most part, it was very believable. And the script got right to where it needed to be. You saw what you need to see, and that's what it was. That's all I got for the script.
Okay.
The script was okay,
Yes.
but it did its job for those actors. Speaking of actors, let's get into the casting, yo.
Oh man.
Ronan, spin that sheet.
So we got Tony Jaa.
Boom.
We got Uwais.
Boom.
Tiger Chen.
Boom.
Scott Adkins.
Boom.
Michael J. White.
Boom.
Michael Bisping.
Boom.
Celina Jade.
Boom.
Jeeja Yanin.
Boom.
And Ron Smorborg.
Boom.
Yeah, you guys probably remember him as the tall dude from Jackie Chan, Who Am I? Fought on the rooftop. He had that kick swag going on.
That's a got shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiger.
Fire. So, yeah, man, this is a fire cast. And I like the new gen versus the newer people. And Jay spoke on something that was really kind of cool, man. We see the potential of bringing together action icons and then kind of celebrating the action genre itself. When you do that and you see it, you have no choice but to beg for more because you see what it can be. The action films have always kind of been like a universe-based thing.
Yeah.
We just never seen it come to life. It was always a dream or something or imagination in our heads. But now we've gotten Expendables. We've gotten this. I feel like this was the true Expendables, but the team needs to expand. And we saw there were members that needed to be with each other and certain players that needed to be on this side. So I thought that was cool. And it made sense because these guys over here, okay, I feel like they're bad guys. I believe they're bad guys. These guys over here, they're trying to do good. Okay,
Yeah.
so they belong together.
Yep.
And then you had the females in there too that was representing. So I love that. That was cool, man. And this other female action heroes out there too, they need to get in on this action as well because it's legit, man. And it's evil. It's like level playing ground. It's even. No one's really getting disrespected like that. Everybody shine. And the women didn't hold back either, and neither did the men. Like, it was an action-based movie, and it stayed true to that. None of that other stuff's in here. It's just good old-fashioned, old-school action movie making. And you got to respect that, man. And then if you're going to make that kind of movie, these are the kind of people you bring in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, respect on that, man. And
They've been doing this stuff their whole life.
I can't express how excited it was seeing them together because these crew members of today, I've watched a lot of their movies and they're still around. And I remember when these actors here that were in this movie were coming up and they were making names for themselves. Like, it was crazy because they just kind of just came in like that.
Yeah.
Extras, worked on ways to supporting to leads. They were on that level. And you saw what they did behind the scenes. So putting them in the forefront was like, okay, this is the real squad right here. So much respect to that, man. And I don't know if we're going to ever see that again. I hope this is not the last of it because there's so much ideas behind, not just actors, but how it's going to be directed. What kind of story can it be? Is this a universe thing? Will there be sequels? You can make franchises with these guys, man, because like you said, these are the original superheroes. And it could just go on and on. Like, it should not end because action's forever. Like, it should go on.
Yeah, it's
just
not
bring more people in.
It's not just superhero stuff.
I'll give you an example, like Netflix, for instance. So you have classics and stuff on there already that I like that I would want to watch and revisit again, right? Okay, so April's coming up. We're in March now. So we're going to bring in more new stuff, but you're going to take away what I love and appreciate to bring in new stuff. No. Don't do that. Keep the same people here and bring in more. Just expand it. So that I'm using that same mythology with movies in the queue with the actors that are already here versus ones that are coming in. Then we won't see the ones from part one coming back. Same thing. So I feel like, just expand. We're so used to taking stuff away, but not appreciating and keeping what's there and just building on it. That foundation needs to be used,
I agree, man. I think the casting was perfect for a movie like this. I think every actor in this movie, let me clear this up. The acting was not phenomenal. The choreography, the impacts, the encountering was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
So, let me break it down. Dramatic dialogue was whatever. Like, okay, I don't give a freak. It's not nothing important. Michael J. White had some scenes. I was like, that was corny. Weak. I was like,
yeah,
I've seen you do much better than that trash.
Yeah, he's trying.
But the encountering, when it's time to fight,
Oh, yeah.
that's when that acting got great.
That's when because that's what they do.
You know, this movie's not. You're not in there to see Oscar-winning performances. You're in there to see Oscar-winning ass whoopings.
Yep.
And that's what they gave us.
Yep.
And they did a phenomenal job. Tiger, Scott Adkins stole the show for me. Two of my favorite characters in there. Tony Jaa came close.
Yeah.
But Tony Jaa, I'm gonna be honest, I feel Tony Jaa was a little wild.
Yeah.
His fight technique compared, because when you take him out of his umbach world,
yeah,
and you put him in with Tiger and Scott Adkins, they have different fight techniques.
Yeah,
His technique was a little wild. Theirs was structured. It was beautiful seeing them. It was like watching an ice skating match and just seeing Scott Adkins, and then he come with the. I'm like, oh
Scott
shit!
Will come in and he will come in rugged and come in with the tactical things, and then he start going combo and countering. Scott's good with that, man.
And Aiko was a little bit I think Aiko and Tony was a little bit. It's just different different tactics and techniques now.
I think with Iko's character, they tried to make him a fugitive type character, where he was on opposite sides, and they were going off of that hype of him in the Raid and Raid 2 they were trying to build something with him, and I understand.
Yeah.
And they should have just made him a straightforward mercenary, another straightforward guy, instead of him trying to play both sides. It was all like trying to be good and bad.
No.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. But for the most part, I thought the acting was really good for the action stars. What's her name?
Celina Jade.
Celina. I think
Jade.
Celina was cool.
Yeah, she was cool.
I think
she speaks real well.
She played her part well, as far as the beautiful billionaire daughter, and her acting compared to theirs was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just being 100. I mean, it's not Oscar winning.
Yeah.
But her.
She's an actress that has dialogue.
She was more more dialogue speak. Scott Adkins is more rugged. You know what I'm saying? They all had their time.
The crazy Aussie guy.
Yeah,
cool.
But for the most part, I thought the acting was really cool because we know what they were there to act in, and that's giving ass whoopings. I felt some of the punches, and that's always a good shine. To me, Tiger, Scott, they stole the show for me. It's no offense to none of the other actors out there, the martial artists. Everybody did a phenomenal job in their own manner. But Tiger and Scott just had this finesse to their fight scenes that I was like, that's beautiful. And that's when I have to go directly to the director. Jesse V. Johnson, I thought, did a really good job, because not a lot of directors can direct action.
Yeah.
And it was like he was on the bridge of going close up, where you have shaky cam, but he backed it up just enough so you can see the muscles and the impactful. Like, it was a shot when he showed the fist. The fist was like, I was like, that's nice, because you can feel that the aggression behind that fist. Things like that I thought was really cool. He was able to bring these fight techniques alive for me and make me feel that they were real. And I'm still going my pros and cons on certain scenes that I didn't like, but for the most part, I think he did a really good job directing. The only thing I wanted him to show more of was I think that, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm going to just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I just think it could have been better, but he did a good job showing the encountering of fights. You know what I mean? I thought the city part should have been better. When you see stuff like, what is it, Raid 2? Raid 2 is the one when he shoots in his head, hits the pavement, right? Yeah. Stuff like that. When you see stuff like that in car chases and stuff, it just raises that bar for my expectations nowadays when I watch movies. So I expect to see that a little bit more. You know
it's not just me, y'all.
Yeah, it's like
it raised the bar so high. Like, Raid is the pinnacle.
Yeah,
it's the Mount Rushmore. We do this not by default or by accident. It's true.
Yeah, it's you, because you look at it, you're like, man, damn, they did that in the Raid though.
Yeah,
you could have tried it. And then the fight scenes, I think, was comparable to the Raid a little bit, because it was different fights. So it was like kind of like this movie is kind of like our Civil War, right?
Yeah.
We finally get a chance to see these action stars come together and fight, and we're not on them Hollywood level type shit, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Expendables did it, but Dolph Lundgren stole the show. I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Right? It was just the best part, and you know, you get my gist. I just don't want to spoil anything, but that's how I feel about the directing. I thought directing was cool, but I think he could have been a little bit better directing certain scenes.
Now, I guess my only problems will be I wish the movie was a little bit longer. I would have liked to have seen more fights. This spoiler I can't really say though, but it has to deal with a certain character I wish I could have seen more of, but I'll leave it at that. I wish there was a mid-credits or post-credit scene with some other icons coming in. You know, it could be whoever, but I would have loved if some people came in, you know, working with the Tiger or Ego or something, or there was a mission that needs to be done, or maybe there's a bigger plot and there's another conspiracy going on. They got to go to another country and extract something. Mm-hmm. You know, I can go on with that. And then I just felt like there was like, this movie was maybe 30, 40 minutes too short. Mm. But
we filling in right now with this review.
That doesn't take away from it, because it was very nicely paced. I feel like there wasn't as much action as I wanted, but the action I got was cool. There was drama where I didn't really need it, but I enjoyed the drama that they tried to give us. They tried to give some moments to like Tony Jaa and stuff. He had his little humorous moments that I liked, and I noticed that they were trying to make them be actors in certain like actor situations. So that was kind of a negative, but I understand what it was. I still appreciated it. I just wish there was a little more, because usually these kind of movies, you know, when you're trying to build on something, it's usually about a good maximum, maybe like 2 hours. Because again, it's an action movie, so you're not gonna feel that runtime.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And the movie does move. It has a nice pace. It just, in certain scenes, there were things that weren't really happening, or things that weren't really that important, because they were sometimes focusing on characters that didn't really matter. And when they did, we never really kind of saw their past that built up to that point. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I felt about the end. But I understand what was going on with that. I just felt like it wasn't earned, like, oh, what's going to happen next? It just happened. But there was no explanation in between point A and B for the ending that we got. But I understand what it was. I just wish we had saw why.
Gotcha.
So it was more of that person that was kind of behind the scenes. But those nitpicks are things that can be fixed, because again, this is an action movie, and I understand what they was trying to do. And going in, I knew information that like this was going to be kind of a franchise. So if that's the case, then these things can be fixed easily. You just tighten up on the characters, bring in more, tighten up on the, you know, the little simple story. Don't try to over complex it. You know, it's not a fugitive type thing. Just keep it basic. And just bring in more. Just tighten up more of everything, the characters, and more bad guys. And, you know, we need more bodies to kill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just more. All we want is more.
More honorable deaths.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like again, like my critics are nitpicks. These are just things I wanted more of, because I know what the potential in the movie could have been. But I'm glad with what we got. I needed more. I felt like I was so into it, it wasn't enough. And that's really an honest opinion, because it's easy to just eat something up because it's there and like crumbs on a plate. Yeah, it's good, but where's the meal at? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, though. You know, I'm grateful for the action and all that, and just seeing this on the big screen, because I wouldn't have missed it. But it's just like, man, what if they went this way? What if they tried that? And as I'm watching it, I'm thinking about these things because I'm so into it, but they're not doing it. But they did it their way, but it's just like, what if they did? What if this guy showed up here? What if this character showed up? What if this action star showed up? Oh, is there an end credit? Please, like, in my head, I'm saying this, and you know, this is how I get down with these kind of movies. So my mind works rapid when I'm looking at something that I'm invested in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
makes sense. One pro, one con. Pro, seeing these guys come together. I think that's just amazing. Seeing these guys come together, seeing this community of action stars come together and do a movie like this, I think was very dope. It was really cool. It was a great experience watching it. My con comes into a situation where I understand it's a movie. I get it, it's a movie, but I just have this thing when you die in movies, and from deaths like being exploded, shot up, kicked, broken neck, stuff like that, then you make it realistic. Right. And then when I see nonsense in the movie that's not quite realistic,
yeah,
it does kind of pull me out of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to spoil anything, but when you see like for instance, let's hypothetically speak. If let's use this. I'm gonna try to use this. All right, let's use Superman's. No. I got a perfect example. Transformers. I think it was Transformers 3. Optimus Prime went head up with that moon dude, right? The moon.
Oh, Sentinel Prime, I think.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he got his shit rocked.
In the city.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark of the Moon. Okay, yeah.
He got his shit rocked, right? Yeah. Optimus got beat down.
Yeah.
One arm, right?
Yeah.
Chopped his shit off.
Yeah.
And then Megatron comes with half a face and rocks this nigga.
How?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And then Optimus beats Megatron? You're like, nigga, please. How does happen?
Yeah, you couldn't handle
this nigga.
Yeah.
So if he handled him, by default, you know you can't handle him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that kind of make it like, man, miss me with this trash.
One arm too, and you was getting bodied by Sentinel Prime. Megatron helped you, and then you took him out.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's the con of the movie. Like certain fight scenes, you're like, stop it. But for the most part, you kind of get I appreciate the movie. I liked it, no doubt. Pro and con, man. What you got?
Pro and cons. Limited amount of action stars, and then pros. Seeing the teams divide up, and then seeing my favorite heroes of the new era right now just together on screen.
I could dig that.
It was fire, man.
I could dig that.
And Jesse V. Johnson bringing them together. There's a cool collaboration, actor-director collab with him and Scott. They've done movies before, so I see that partnership, and he's just hitting them out the park. I mean, like, you know how we wait like months and years for movies? Like, action movies go into production for like 5-6 months, and they come out. Mm-hmm. Like, they constantly doing stuff back to back. So when I seen him in another Jesse V. Johnson movie, I was like, all right.
Tight.
That it's rare when you get that actor-director duo collaboration where they just want to work on every project together. You know, there's something there, and like he can rely on him, and the actor can rely on the director, and the director sees the potential in this guy, mm-hmm. and the director knows that people like that person, mm-hmm. so they keep bringing them back. So that's another big pro too, man. And just shout out to the filmmakers who were just able to capture that. And Jesse V. Johnson to me is kind of like that kid who was playing with G.I. Joe action figures in his basement, man, making fight scenes with his action figures, man. Put that on screen, because these are like buff action heroes on the screen fighting, just toys and going to life, and you're like, who's gonna fight who's gonna win who, you know?
It's like an art that's dying, man. I see it because these guys are getting old now, man. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the new gen.
Yeah,
these are the new guys,
like 40 years old,
and ain't nobody talking about them. Like, that's just mind blowing.
I appreciate it though, man.
But shout out to those that do know who Ego and Tiger are, man. Like,
Tiger.
These are our superheroes. I mean, honestly. I know they're superheroes to me.
Yeah, because they'll whip all our ass, including the niggas that's playing superheroes.
Man.
That's real talk.
That's another universe. Oh, my God.
Like, you put them motherfuckers on there, man, they'll beat the shit out of Captain America in real life, man, you know. But it's time to grade this bad boy,
Let's grade it, man.
Triple Threat, man. Ron Joe Genji, what do you give Triple Threat, bro?
Just as a simple action movie, man. Just
great. Just great. What you give it?
I'm going to give it a B-, man.
Hey,
I had a blast watching it.
B-, man. Shout out to that.
I had a good time. I wish it was still. I would go watch it again. Honestly, that's just me.
Unfortunately, we gotta wait, bro.
Yeah, but VOD on demand, March 22nd. It'll be out on Blu-ray. And shout out to Well Go Entertainment, man. So it's gonna be out there following week. I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
All right, let me see. It was entertaining. I really enjoyed seeing it, seeing the action scenes. I know what I was coming to get. And I'm not expecting anything else, anything less. I will watch this movie again, which is always a good thing. I felt I wanted more for certain actors, but I understand why.
Yeah.
Some of these action stars is OP, and
yep.
if you match them up,
so you gotta wind them down.
If you match them up, bruh. Man, niggas gonna die in real life. Like, it's just certain heroes, certain actors are just OP, and I know this because I've seen it. And they fight with Timberlands. That ain't no.
That's not normal.
Yeah, man. If you just keep it 100, that fool punches, you're dead.
Yeah.
So I get it, and I did have a blast. I I will watch this movie again. I know what I was coming to get, and it was very entertaining, and I recommend people watch it. If you're into action, martial art films, and you're okay with a little bit of, make-believe, I'm going to give this movie also a B-.
Sorry.
Because it was really fun, very entertaining, and I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was more of just, okay, I'll get it. I expect a simple plot. I expect these actors not to be doing Oscar-winning, trying to do Oscar performances. Yeah. I expect them to say very minimum.
Be heroes.
But as long as those ass whoopings are premium, we winning.
Yep, that's it. And we got that.
Yeah. If you was to make this movie, if this movie could have been an A, that's when you add in more money, more stars, the dialogue factor, give it more depth and plot.
Tighten everything up. Now we got a legit narrative movie.
Now you're on some A-level shit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it really it took care of the action portion very well, and the fights were choreography. The fight choreography was very it wasn't very. It was spot on.
Yeah, shout out to the Tin Man. He's the guy that did the coordinating and stuff. He's also an action star too.
No loose ends.
Short Filipino cat.
You know, you look at stuff, you be like, man, that shit look weak. That didn't even look believable. Like the ass whoopers look very believable. Just keep it 100 with you. I give it a B- also, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the review from my boy Ronan Joe Genji. I'm J3. If you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button. It is late, so if it sounds like we not loud, it's because it's late and the house is asleep.
Yeah.
But we had to make sure we knock this review out for y'all.
Had to, man.
Thumbs this video up, show that love. And don't forget to share on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah, share with the team behind this stuff too. I know I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then one more time, in case you guys forgot it. So March 22nd, this movie's going to hit video on demand and DVD and Blu-ray. The company is Well Go Entertainment USA. So they're doing a lot of good funding and marketing for movies like this of this caliber. So if you're on that, hit them up on Twitter and you can find it. And I think you can pre-order on Amazon too. So I'm going to do that as well, man, just like y'all.
Tight. And I'm going to borrow his copy. We're two parts of the Just Us League. I'm Batman.
That's terrific.
You should go Cyborg since you look like old boy.
Hey, I'll take it. I like Cyborg.
Hey, we're going to discuss that.
History's been made tonight. Hey, I'm Cyborg.
You look just like that fool on was it Doom Patrol? Look just like Genji, Cyborg, bro.
AKA Cyborg. I'll take it.
Put the comments down below. Don't he look like Cyborg off of Doom Patrol?
I'll take it.
Peace out, y'all.
Booyah.
Dirty Harry said in one of his movies that a man's got to know his limitations. Carl Lewis apparently didn't see the movie. If his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner prior to the Nets-Bulls game last night is any indication, as a public service, we present now only excerpts. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All right, are we all ready? Here we go. Oh, say, can you see? And the Rockets, red flag. Uh-oh. I'll make up for it now. Oh, the land of the free.
That was our national anthem. Written by Francis Scott off key. Those were last night's lowlights. They were last night's highlights.